let's get right into it. The thing about moving around Oakland is that you cannot look like a victim. You can't look soft. You can't be soft. You can't be wearing things that you're supposed to wear, where you're not supposed to be wearing things that correlate with not being hard. And I'm not saying that being hard that you won't get your shit taken because shit, this bitch Oakland, she's an equal opportunity employer. She'll take shit from the rich. She'll take shit from the poor. She'll take shit from everybody because that's what that bitch Oakland does. So when you out here, you can't be caught slipping. You can't be wearing jewelry. You can't be wearing rings. You can't be wearing things that are valuable. You can't have money on you that you ain't supposed to have on you because that bitch Oakland ruthless. She's real ruthless. She'll take your shit. Niggas is hungry out in this motherfucker, and there's no laws to protect you or anybody to save you. So, in essence, you gotta save yourself. You gotta save yourself from trouble. You gotta save yourself from destruction, evil, whatever you want to call it. Because if you're not in shape and you can't fight, even if you can fight, it's gonna be a fight because the niggas of Oakland want your shit more than you want to keep your shit. So they'll take your shit, they'll rob you, they'll kill you, you know, they'll do whatever it takes. That's why all this shit is happening around the town. And I don't call it the town, that's one of the things, like, I'm a real motherfucker. I'm from Oakland. That's the way it's always been for me. That's the way it will stay for me, you know. People have these cliche terms and acronyms, i.e. the town, whatever you want to call this motherfucker. This motherfucker is Oakland. Always have been, always will be. But Oakland is ruthless in a different type of way. It's ruthless in a different type of way because motherfuckers are not moving the way that we used to move. This motherfucker used to be hardcore and gangster and everything that you could think about that came along with that shit, that was Oakland. Coming from Oakland, you used to be proud to come from Oakland because it was some different type shit. But nowadays, I'm like, it's on some bullshit fugazi type shit where, it's on a whole different level where you got a lot of bitch shit going on, a lot of simp shit going on, and a lot of just punk shit going on, robberies and taking advantage of the meek and feeble, rather, the feeble type person that isn't gonna put up a fight, that's not what Oakland was or what Oakland is. This shit kind of started from basically all the teams just kind of moving out of here and this shit kind of taking a personality or a character of its own. I'm like, when the Raiders moved up out of here, you had the Warriors that moved over to San Francisco. This shit took a different type tone to it. Basically, it's nothing here to be excited about as far as different things like, oh, I want to go do this, I want to go do that. You want to do some real shit, you got to go outside the city of Oakland to do that shit because it ain't here. Plus, the fact if you're a tourist, God forbid, I don't even know why fucking tourists come here. I'm like, Oakland is not a fucking tourist town. Why in the hell would a tourist or they have tourist people come here? I think I want to come to Oakland and sightsee and visit and figure out the nuances and how Oakland really ticks. This is not that type of town. Hell, Frisco is coming increasingly difficult to be a tourist town, because shit, you could get jacked and robbed over there just like you could get jacked and robbed over here. Oakland is that bitch. It really is. Shit. It's the stepchild that doesn't give a fuck about anything or anybody. It doesn't care what your color is, your race, your creed, none of that shit. Oakland will spit you out and swallow you whole. It's like the only reason why I've been able to survive in this bitch because I know this bitch. And different times, shit, that bitch Oakland that got me. So if I'm his adopted stepson, and what I mean by that is like, no, I wasn't born here, but shit, I've been here for the majority of my life. Shit, you could say, do the math, 1974 to 2024. That's an even number. So whatever that number is, shit, it's damn near 50 years that I've been in this bitch. I'm like, and I was adoptive son rather. So there's nothing that I haven't seen, but I'm always surprised by the shit that happens here uh, through the next generation. Like our mayor, Shane Tao, she's not doing her fucking job. And that's going to become prevalent because all this shit that's been going on, you know what's going on with her. Shit, house got raided a few weeks ago. She been through a couple of lawyers, because of that shit. Because basically, when you have a lawyer, they want to be your mouthpiece. They don't want you to speak out about certain things. And the reason why she probably lost her first lawyer, most likely, is because she spoke out about some shit that she wasn't necessarily supposed to speak out about. And I know that to be a fact. I'm like, because like I said, lawyers don't want you to speak out about certain shit. It's like they want to be the mouthpiece. I'm like, they will do the press, the interviews, and all that shit. That's what you hire for. You hire them to protect you. But under her watch, basically, the Raiders were already out the door. And the Oakland A's basically, that was the team that they were supposed to say. I remember Libby Schaff talking about, this is the team that we want to say, whatever, we could get things done, we could build the Jack London Basin or whatever they was talking about on Jack London Square where the A's could play, we could have a waterfront ballpark. That didn't happen. That shit fell through. Shane Tao is partly responsible for that. She's responsible for a lot of the crime that's going on in Oakland specifically. I'm like, she was on one of them councils. She was on the city council, rather, from my understanding, by talking to one of my guys, and he knows because he's in that world. He has inside information, and I'm like, they put handcuffs on the police, so that's why you got Oakland police that ain't really doing shit around here. So all the crime that's going on around here, They're just watching and turning a blind eye to it because shit, they can't do shit about it because shit. Basically, when she was a city council member, she put handcuffs on them. They still got handcuffs on them. She did what she did to can't think of his name right now. But he's running for Laurent Armstrong. He's running for a spot in city council rather, and hopefully this November she be gone. The voters do what they do and get that bitch out of here, cause she ain't right. She ain't right. She ain't did enough to get the homeless out of here. Oakland is looking real bad right about now. I see that shit every day from where I work at and shit like that. It's just bad. You know, ain't nothing good coming out of that shit. Do they clean up around there? Slightly, but they don't do it enough as they should. Now she's talking about a whole deficit. And this is from one year to the next. And I'm not an expert in politics, but I know what I see, and I know the numbers that I heard. Last year was a surplus, not only for the city of Oakland, but the city of California. And also, this year, not only is California suffering, but the city of Oakland is suffering as well. What happened from last year to this year? Please explain that to me. But yet, you want us to, the houses in this bitch, you get a house on the north, and that's the most prestigious side, except if you get a house in the north in the hills. Shit, you going from 850,000 to something in the hills 1.1, 1.2 to 1.5, even 2 million. Why in the fuck would I want to live here if there's all kind of crime going on, and when I call the police, y'all motherfuckers won't even come out? Depending on what the situation is, somebody gotta die around this bitch for the police to come out. That's a damn shame. I'm paying property tax for an $850,000 house, $1 million house, and I can't get the police to come out if somebody tries to rob me. And that's what they're doing. They're targeting a lot of this shit. A lot of this shit that happens, it happens along the freeway. If I could see that shit, and I'm not even a genius, what the fuck is going on with these people that are in politics or in position where they on the city council boards? I'm like, they're in high positions and they can't see that shit. Either they don't want to do nothing or they don't give a fuck about doing nothing. And I didn't even know what this video was going to be called or where it was going, but shit. I kind of freestyled this shit. This is fucking City of Oakland video, rather, and how much bullshit is going on with the City of Oakland. So at this point, I'm going to end. We're at the 13-minute mark. I'm like, shit. I just want to get some shit off my mind. Somebody wanted me to put some more shit up, so there you have it. I'll scroll through this shit and see, if it's worthy for me to put it up on TikTok or YouTube or whatever, and we'll go from there. Till next time, peace.